So I had this dream last night, and I actually had several dreams through the course of the night. I woke up so many times I don't remember how many times it was, but I wrote down keywords, and when I went to go write them out, it just everything was blurry and fuzzy and running together. But I do remember this one in its entirety, so I'll share it, and it's just a short one. I call it the philosophy professor's shrunken head. So it starts out, I'm standing inside a fast food joint in a post-apocalyptic world. There are tall windows making up the walls which protect us from the atmosphere outside. My grandmother comes up to me and says a couple adopted my dog, which upsets me because I didn't put my dog up for adoption. I had put my dog in some type of doggy daycare in the basement, and apparently due to miscommunication, they thought I was giving my dog away. I went to go find her, and I looked to the manager of this fast food joint. He's a tall and burly man with shoulder-length curly hair. He intimidates me, and I really don't want to ask for his help, so when he's preoccupied with his employees, I slip by him and sneak into the basement. So I walk down a rickety staircase into the basement and pause when I get to the foot of the stairs. The basement is creepy and grimy with water dripping down stone walls, and I feel like I'm in an abandoned prison. Because I feel very claustrophobic and like I'm suffocating, and the walls are all like gray stone, and it's very creepy and depressing, and it's really quiet. And I sense the presence of other things lurking about, and I don't want to walk further and run into any of them. So on the stone wall by the stairs, there's a control panel which lists all the various levels of the basement, and there are hundreds. And I push a button, and I don't move, but my surroundings blur, and within seconds, I'm standing on a different level of the basement. I walk into the room closest to me, and there is an old furnace in the middle of the room, and on the front of the furnace is a plaque, which is inscribed with a dedication to a dead philosophy professor. It says Dr. Lyle something. I can't remember his full name. And I hear a man's voice, and I look around the room. But I'm completely alone. He continues to talk, and I finally find the source of the voice. It's the dead philosophy professor, and he's not a ghost. His head is sitting near the furnace, and just his head. It's shrunken and preserved, but not in the way tribes in Ecuador and Peru would remove the skull and fill it with coals and boil the skin. The head's just smaller. So after my initial shock, I feel sorry for him because he has been in the basement for years and is lonely. So I pick him up and carry him up to the surface to see the sun. So when we get up to the fast food joint, it's moving across the land, for it's also a bus. And I sit in a seat by one of the windows and slide the curtains aside so the philosopher can see outside. He gazes out at the rolling green hills and trees and says, "It's so different now. It's nothing like it used to be. So much has changed." And within the clear blue sky, the sun is closer to us and is encased in red fire and clouds of black smoke. I'm not entirely sure of what's going on with the sun. It looks like it's blowing up and shooting red fire and billowing black clouds in every direction. And no one seems concerned with this. So along with the professor, I'm actually amazed with this sight, but other people around me think I'm weird for gazing at the sun in awe. And they shrug and say, "It's just the sun." And the bus stops to let someone off, and I wonder if it's safe for people to go outside. And a woman gets off and goes straight into her house, and she was fine. So you can go outside, but you can only stay out for a few moments because the atmosphere is unstable. And I see the house the bus is dropping me off at, and I don't recognize it. It's actually several houses attached to one another to house individuals in the witness protection program. So I guess I'm in the witness protection program. I don't know if I've seen someone get shot or squealed on an uber scary drug lord or something. I don't know. But I wake up after I go inside the house. So that's it.